What? Taken or? What do you mean? No, he didn't take it.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
He took it? Welcome to this week's episode of My Hero Academia, season 8. I was gonna say season 2. I'm mixing up this and solo leveling. What episode I'm on with that? But season 2. No, damn it. Season 8, episode 5. Yeah. Alright, y'all gonna have to bear with me. Hopefully it's not picking up too crazy on the mic, but they're busy genociding the grass, in front of my house, so if there's some buzzing or humming, you're gonna have to keep up with it. Or put up with it. Hopefully, like I said, it comes across as like a dull humming. You don't even hear it, or they're done quickly at some point, but it is what it is. Okay. So last time around, Bakugo finally got his moment, man. He finally got his moment. All the themes wrapped up, all the beautiful storylines, the growth of his character, and all wrapped up. And I couldn't think of a better opponent for Bakugo to face than All For One. Why? See, similar to... Damn, that shit is loud. Similar to when Endeavor was fighting the Nomu, and he was like, you're me from like a different future or like a different universe or whatever, where he was consumed with nothing but power. The same way I kind of see Bakugo and All For One. Initially, I didn't really think too much of it, but when I was watching the episode and I heard All For One call Bakugo an extra, I was like, that sounds a lot like something Bakugo might have said earlier in the series. Especially that specific word, extra. It triggered something. I was like, oh shit. They were pretty much like the same. He's like, Bakugo's fighting like himself earlier in the series with like no growth, no wisdom, It's almost like All For One never evolved past like this it's almost kind of like a childlike mindset almost, or it's like this childlike greediness and superiority. That's not really childlike, but thinking you're better than everyone and everybody else, that this is your story and everybody else is just extra in your story. Yeah, that definitely Bakugo mindset. So it's nice to see Bakugo take down the physical embodiment of his own old morals and moral compass, It was like facing himself in the mirror. So he took him down. Glad that they gave him that dub. Most beautiful animation ever, I'm glad we got more than one episode. More than one, drop in the bucket for that moment there. So pleased with that. Bakugo hit the All Might pose. Checked out. I don't know if he's gonna come back and help Deku at some point in the series, like Vegeta helping Gohan style. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if we're gonna get anything before, in between, some kind of intermission before we get to the Shigaraki versus All For One. I mean, not All For One with that. Shigaraki versus Deku fight. If it's just gonna be 3 episodes or something of just straight them fighting. The other storylines still need to be wrapped up a little bit, I guess, but you can wrap those up in that epilogue if those storylines are done. I don't know if Deku's gonna get any outside help. I don't know who's still available to help. I'm sure Mario is. There's still people around the battlefield, but I don't know if they're just gonna be spectators or if they're gonna jump in. They should jump in, the heroes, So yeah, drop a like, sub, share at the end of this. If you like or don't like, read every comment. I appreciate every comment. Follow me on Patreon, where you get full-length episodes and early episodes, kinda. And we can go ahead and jump into this. Did Did Best Jeanist always have that look? The jean on the inside with the jean collar. It's looking extra clean to me. Maybe I forgot and I haven't seen it in a while.
我々は人命と未来を第一に行動する。
前置きいいから。
信楽の人格的混乱が問題だ。オール・フォー・ワンよりならまだいい。支配は非支配者あってのものだから
Yeah, this guy don't care. He wants to destroy everything.
それだけにとどまらねえだろうな。そうだ。信楽の力と憎悪が調整された今。
Yeah, he don't care about all for one. He don't care about taking a one for all. He just wants to destroy everything.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Look at that white dude dance. You know what I'm talking about? From the Boondocks. Oh my god, that shit is funny as hell. Okay, so is this beforehand or now? I wonder if he can like. I wonder if he can like move his. I wonder if he can like use the K through the waves, like water. What? What? Taken or? What do you mean? No, he didn't take it.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Oh, I completely missed that. He took it? That quickly? How? What do you mean? That instant? Ah, shit. How does that even make any sense? Well, now he can't dodge, but he can. Shit! What the hell is he gonna do? And now we're on land, and he could. This dude is cooked. Instant. Okay, give him the smoke screen. That's easy. But yeah, but here we go. This guy! Oh shit! I didn't realize it was a volcano. That guy is, yeah. Or has he been holding back this entire time and he's like, there's no hope? Oh! And so he's been loading. he's been loading energy up. Is that what you're saying? Like this entire time he hasn't used Fonzie, he's just been storing it. His arm might explode now. I don't know, man. That's wrapping shit around your goddamn tendons. Jesus, muscles and tendons and shit.
極屈だな緑谷。崩壊の予測
Now that's thinking Midoriya. The fact that this guy has danger sense fucking sucks. That shit sucks.
変則のローを付与滞留させる視界を遮断して黒鞭を展開死柄木の危機感情を鳴らし続ける
Okay.
その間に危機感知に頼られ
Well, at least, yeah. Yeah, at least he knows. At least he knows, like, the weaknesses, like, how to manipulate it.
ここまでけど9代目死柄木はサーチでこっちの位置が
Did you forget?
見えてんだけど位置も弱点もお前生きてきてないだろ変則の反動切れた
Fuck.
さっきのため攻撃もそう乱発できるもんじゃないな
This regen is so ass.
内から直接補強肌から透けて見えるそれが物語って
Don't forget.
この少年を諦めはしない
Yeah. Midoriya's not thinking about winning right now. He's thinking about saving.
窓から世界を解釈
That man's crazy when it comes about
理
saving.
解のできない物事に理由を作って楽になろうとするしっかり見ろ泣いていた少年はもうとっくに乗り越えたどこまでも解釈を拡大し少年は俺になった俺は何も困っちゃいないんだよ
僕はあの子を助けたい
Hey, you may have to give up, man.
諦め
Give
ろ
up on it. Yeah!
救いようのない人間はいるんだよ伊豆くんじゃあなんであんな寂しい過去を心に据えてたんだよ蓋をしただけだろうが
その蓋ぶっ壊れるまで殴るのをやめない
その奥には等しく人の心があるのだと信じたいのだ
Look at what he did for Bakugo. Is that? You know who that wasn't All Might's arm.
俺の言う通りにしろ
That was
お前にかける
Cap. That was Star and Stripe.
ワン・フォー・オールを手放す
I'm so confused.
2体目どういう
マスター
What's happening?
マスター悲しそうな子がいたよ
I am so. Is he about to get?
俺を感じる
Is he about to get?
石が流れ込んでくる
Is he about to get
紡がれてきた
her quirk? But how?
ほつれる
Or is it just what she took? Yeah. Maybe she's just seeing inside of
消
Shigaraki.
滅してな残り
He's still inside of Shigaraki, so maybe she can fight him from the inside.
ワン・フォー・オールを手放せって何ですか2代目
心を荒げるな奴に聞かれるいわば奴の決意そのもの憎悪で固められた精神だがヤギが隙を見つけたあれはおそらくスター&ストライプとの戦闘でついた残り傷再
Okay.
生の個性でも癒しきれぬ肉体ではなく精神の傷
At least we have a path now.
ワン・フォー・オールがどういう
オール・フォー・ワンを飲み込んだ死柄木は強くなりすぎたこのまま力比べを続けても勝ち目はない だから内から攻める。ワン・フォー・オールを譲渡という形で傷にぶつける。傷をこじ開け、
Huh?
直接叩く。
Y'all wanna give him the quirk? Y'all wanna give him?
言ってることがよくわかんない。
Y'all wanna give him?
使われるだけだ。篠森さんのように取り込まれるだけだ。
譲渡の解釈を広げるんだ。わからんか。
Are you telling me he's about to give up his quirk?
だからまず俺で試す。
I don't see how we get it
さっ
back.
きは篠森さんだけが奪われた。なら一部だけの譲渡もシステムとして可能なはずだ。俺たちはワン・フォー・オールに取り込まれた因子、ワン・フォー・オールの一部、そして繋いでいくごとに強化された特別な因子。俺が砕け散るほどに強く渡せば力が渡ることなく攻撃ができる。
試すって。なら変な。
Yeah, yeah,
俺が今
please.
一番使いどころないでしょ。
Ooh, y'all pulling some risky business, but it's got to work out.
どれだけ強大な使命を帯びてても年寄り、この子はいつまで経ってもこの子にとってワン・フォー・オールは
肝に銘じておきな。これは君自身が勝ち取った力だ。
憧れのヒーローがくれた宝物なんだよ。
何をごちゃごちゃと話してる。
万丈、あんたはなるべく小僧のそばに。黒鞭が生命線だ。頼んだ。
ああ、マイヒーロー。
Good brother.
やります。まとめて壊してやる。おいおい。
Okay, what is this demon Deku looking thing?
とてもヒーローには見えねえ
And then attack, hit him with it. Pass it up, forcefully transfer it over. Okay. Alright, that was the episode. Ooh. I thought we were so cooked. I thought we were cooked, man. When he just reached in there and instantly, like in an instant, usually it takes all for what, like a minute. You know, he's gotta let it marinate before he takes a cork, but now he just did it in a flash. I was like, oh, if he takes all of them like this, we are done. We are done. There's no hope. How is he supposed to win? And even though Danger Sense is the one that doesn't affect like his actual power set, like the skills he could use, it was the thing that he was using to avoid danger. You know, it's the reason why he could be in close quarters with Shigaraki and not get touched and decayed. Also part of the reason why I think he dodged Shigaraki. Why all he got was the fourth user's quirk. And he didn't get touched and decayed right there on the spot. You know? So giving out to Shigaraki, I was like, how the F are we supposed to beat him? Like, we already couldn't. We already were having such a tough time. Now you can't touch the guy too? Oh. But Big Brain Deku, you know, he was like, you know what, I've had the quirk for a while, and the guy inside me, you know, the fourth user, he's had the quirk for a while, so we know the weakness, so we started trying to manipulate it with a bunch of Black Whip stuff like that, you know. So I thought that's, I guess, how it was gonna go. You'd have to overwhelm him with overwhelming senses, I guess. And then I was wondering if Gear Shift was active. If it is, he has a time limit. The time limit came up, and I was like, okay, what is he just done now? Why is Shigaraki standing there killing him, giving him time to recover? Has he fully recovered yet? Is he like forcing himself to move even though the recoil of Gear Shift is still active? And even through that, like, is he dragging himself through this? And when he passes it over to Shigaraki, Shigaraki's gonna get that effect of the exhaustion, you know, the overtaxing of his cells. And then I see, I keep wanting to say Kathleen Beatty just cause that one scene with All For One screaming her name. For some reason, this is just like stuck in my brain. But Stars is Stripe. You know, I thought maybe somehow, some way, Deku somehow maybe she was connected to All Might somehow. I don't know, and because of that, like the quirk came through. You know, he's gonna have access to that, or maybe like Shigaraki and Deku are like connected through like quirk factor paths, you know, and quirks can be transferred between another. I don't know. Somehow I don't know what bullshit they were gonna pull out. What plot armor, what plot device they were gonna pull out. Ass pull is what the phrase I'm looking for. They were gonna whip out to get us this dub, to put us in a not so ass situation, you know. So I was thinking, man, maybe Deku's gonna get new order. Don't make no effing sense. I don't care. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. No. She was just there as a beacon of light to point the way towards the weakness, a path to victory, a path to win. Know what I'm saying? So the plan is to essentially give up One For All. By the way, let me also say, I guess the most useful person, the MVP of them, of those past users of One For All, I guess is the second user, Mr. Redhead, Mr. Gearshift himself. That guy has been so clutch, man, has the knowledge. And I think he was one of the guys facing the wall. He was one of the last quirks that we could use. I don't know, I feel like it would have been decently helpful if he helped out earlier, though, you know, I feel like things would have ended up the way that they are now. But from triggering All For One, actually, if we're gonna start from the beginning, from saving the first user to essentially like starting the chain that's One For All, to triggering All For One now. I'm guessing that helped Bakugo in some sense a little bit, at least a little bit, when he was fighting All For One, or maybe they did the opposite. Maybe it just made All For One. It triggered him. It triggered him to the point where he's just like fighting all out now. Like it just made him even more menacing. I don't know. But with the ideas and everything, he's the tactical mind of the group. You know, for sure. And then, while it is a little annoying for Deku to want to save Shigaraki, it is what gets him going. It is his origin, you know? And so that's how we're going to end up winning this battle. We're going to attempt to save him by doing the most risky shit. He's like peeling off pieces of his armor and throwing it at Shigaraki. You know? He's like basically... He's like, if we're like in the battlefield, he's like taking his gun, his pistol, and like throwing it at the enemy. That's essentially what he's doing. Now, if you don't hit the dude hard enough with the gun, you know, if giving Shigaraki One For All is not effective, he's just gonna pick up the gun and use it against you, and now you have no weapons. So we know it's gonna work. I don't like, obviously, you know, My Hero is not the kind of anime that's just gonna have an unhappy ending where everybody dies. Obviously, Shigaraki can't win. It's just about what the cost is going to be. That's what it's always been about. The heroes are gonna win, but at what cost? What gets sacrificed? And it's looking like it's going to be Deku's quirk. You know, because I don't, given what I see happening, I don't think that it's just going to take one quirk factor to do it. It's going to take multiple. why not like all of them? Hell, why not all of them? Why wouldn't it take all of them? Why would it just take one? Why would it just take Gear Shift to do it? I imagine it's gonna take all of them. So at the end of this, and it seems a little poetic too, because Deku started quirkless, and he's gonna end quirkless. He's gonna have to sacrifice his whole dream of being a hero, what he always wanted to be, to save the world. And that's one way to get Bakugo to be the number one overall hero. The competition gets eliminated. You know? Because he, as strong as he is now, he could maybe have surpassed Deku as number one. But still, it's a lot for that to happen. Now the problem, you don't even have to deal with the problem if Deku doesn't have his quirk anymore. Wow. That's a little poetic and a little bitter. I was gonna say bittersweet. It's just straight bitter. Bittersweet. No, never mind. Because then Bakugo gets to be the number one hero, but he gets to be the number one hero in a way that Endeavor became the number one. Not because he necessarily earned it, even though we don't know if Bakugo could have. He showed it, but at least the potential to have a chance to do it. He's gonna do it in a way where he has no choice. The competition got eliminated. It was kind of like handed over to. Even though there's still other competition. There's Todoroki. There's Mirio. There's Endeavor still. There's still other competition, but come on. Come on now. After this display that we saw versus All For One, Bakugo's going to end up being the number one hero at the end of the day. I'm not saying like right now, but like going into the future. And Deku's gonna have to frickin' work for the police or something, investigation unit, or teach, or McDonald's, whatever. I don't know. I don't know, but that's where I see this going. I could be wrong, but that's where I see this going. Now, what the hell is gonna happen with Shigaraki though? Like, after he breaks, it's not like he's gonna physically break. Like, you could change his mind, essentially, but you're not gonna change his body, I don't think. Like, I don't think you're going in. Well, we did learn from Star and Stripes that one quirk factor can destroy others. Like, it's possible. So, if you want to send One For All into there to destroy all the other quirk factors as well, like breaking him down, breaking up that black mass of hatred and all that inside of him, is also gonna have like a side effect, or somehow, some way, also gonna remove his quirk factors that he has stored in there. Then okay, so Shigaraki is quirkless, we're quirkless. I guess at that point you could jail him. I guess that's one way to do it. That's the only way I can really surmise. Because even if Shigaraki changed his mind, he's still going to have all that power. He's going to have decay and all that. And I don't know if he's going to make a full turnaround to become a hero. That seems a little risky. Shigaraki has to lose his quirk. This has got to be like a Avatar: The Last Airbender style, where you just take away all his. You save his soul, but you can't risk having him having all that power. He sure is not going to be welcomed as a hero after everything he's done. Too risky. Okay, I guess we'll see what happens on the next one. That was quite the yap session. That's probably the longest yap session I've ever had after an episode, like ever. Besides when Bakugo got killed, and I had to take some time out to weep a little bit. Yeah, no, 11 minutes. 11 minutes is not that long. Okay, I squeezed a lot of talking into that time. But yeah, great episode. We have a path to victory now. We just gotta see how we can execute on it and what it's gonna take to get there. So, drop a like, sub, and share. Read every comment. I appreciate every comment. Follow me on Patreon, where you get episodes early and full-length episodes, and you can put in requests for what you want me to react to. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.